Hi, welcome to the English Academic Facilitator. Here's Sapali inviting you to join me to complete the section C of IELTS General Training Reading Task. Please note that this is the continuation of my previous videos of IELTS General Reading Section A and Section B. So you are advised to watch the previous videos before you watch this, and you will find the links in the description box. Of course, that would help you remind some common strategies you need to follow this type of reading assessments, as I'm not going to repeat the same here. However, I'll discuss the specific strategies you need to follow in section C, as this is the hardest of all reading tasks you are getting in IELTS. Here, some questions are a little tricky and they don't always come in order. So if you won't follow these reading strategies, you'll roam here and there to spot the answer or the relevant location, so the allocated time won't be enough to complete the task. So without further ado, let's see how it's going. Section 3 texts are much longer and tougher than Section A and B questions. On the other hand, here you won't get literal questions where the responses are directly stated in the text. In this section, you are getting two types of inferential questions. One can be a close passage to complete with the missing words where you need to match the word with the text. The other type is matching the heading with the paragraph or matching the correct ending with a given information. Both of these types don't have direct answers within the text but have answers which may be inferred from clues within the text. Therefore, you need to use proper reading techniques in this section. Let's start skimming and find what each of the section is about and how it is organized. But this time, skimming will take more time because in order to identify the key areas, you need time. So skimming for this question is a little more time consuming than the section A and B, as the text you are getting is definitely little complicated. You have an additional task to do here, that is jotting down the theme in front of each section. Remember, it always can be found in the topic sentences, so you need to read the whole paragraph to point out the key point or points. Sometimes some questions are asked from an insignificant area in the section. For that, you need to scan carefully to find the answer. So, taking few seconds, skim section A. Here, the main idea of the section is how calisthenics evolved over the course of time, from the very first caveman who used his strength for balancing till the evolution of modern gymnasiums. So just note it down close to the section so that you need not to read the whole section to hunt the answer. I have written it as how calisthenics evolved over the course of time. Now skim section B, taking few seconds. Here it says how calisthenics techniques helped the armies in the battle in 480 BC. Let's skim section C, taking a few seconds. This shows how calisthenics is taken for artistic expression by Greeks and the Greek origin of the word and how it was used as images for Greek pottery, mosaics, and sculptures. So I have written the theme as origin of the term calisthenics as well as the relation between calisthenics and Greece. So there are two main points here. Now skim section D. It says how it was developed to gymnastics in 1800 in its second golden age and how it was used for demonstration of their beauty and strength. So I have jotted down birth of gymnastics and era of strong men demonstrated their strength. So 2 points are jotted down. Let's read section A. It's about a person who happens to be the last straw of calisthenics. So I have jotted down as Charles Atlas, the last straw of calisthenics in 1950. Now let's read section F. It's all about how calisthenics was placed by the bodybuilding in 1960s and 70s and how bodybuilders became mass monsters by using toxic medicine. So I have mentioned it as replaced with bodybuilding using toxic medicine. Now let's move on to section G. This says how calisthenics is reduced to weight training. Now let's move on to the last section, section H. It's all about how calisthenic based methods reverse to modern fitness trends and how some modern practices combine, such as yoga, pilates, kettlebell training, gymnastics, and Greco Roman calisthenics. These are the first set of questions, questions 29 to 35. Let's read them. The origin of the word calisthenics, the last popular supporter of calisthenics, the first use of calisthenics as a training method, a multidisciplinary approach to all round health and strength, reasons for the survival of calisthenics throughout the ages, the use of a medical substance to increase muscle mass and strength, a reference to traveling showmen who displayed their strength for audience. So, keeping these questions in front of your mind, you can read the sections. So, it's easier and quicker to find answers by taking sections in order and match the section with the information. But if you try the other way around, that is, match the information with the text, you need to read all the sections to find answers. So, to avoid that waste of time, use that strategy. All right. So, let's take section A and match the information. It is about how calisthenics evolved over the course of time. Now, it's given here the origin of the word calisthenics, The last popular support of calisthenics, the first use of calisthenics as a training method, uh, a multidisciplinary approach to all-round health and strength, reasons for the survival of calisthenics throughout the ages. The word throughout the ages is that phrase is similar to evolved over the course of time. Over the course of time. So let's scan the part and check whether it is the correct answer. From the very first caveman to scale a tree or hang from a cliff face to the mighty armies of the Greco-Roman empires and the gymnasiums of modern American high schools, calisthenics has endured and thrived because of its simplicity and utility. Yes, that is the answer. So cross it out and let's go to section B. Let's take section B and match the theme with the information. It is about how ancient armies used calisthenics, but there's no reference to any battle within the list of information. So we need to scan the section to hunt the answer. You need to go deeper in the section. Then you'll find how a scout party of King Xerxes saw Spartans practicing a kind of movement under leadership of King Leonidas. So this clearly shows it's a kind of training. So the answer for section B is 31. So cross out number 31 and take section C and match from the remaining list. Now let's look at the theme in section C, origin of the term calisthenics and relation between calisthenics and Greece. So when you look at question 29, you can see the answer, the origin of the word calisthenics. So that is the answer. So cross out 29 as well and move on to section D. Now let's have a look at section D. It's about birth of gymnastics and era of strong men demonstrated their strength. So when you look at the questions, you can see displayed their strength. The phrase displayed their strength to the audience. So here, strong men demonstrated their strength. The phrase strong men demonstrated their strength is equal to displayed their strength to audience. So that is the answer. Now let's go to section E. This talks about the last row of calisthenics. So the answer happens to be question number 30, the last popular support of calisthenics. Let's move on to section F now. The theme clearly matches with medical substance in the question 34. So the answer is 34. The use of medical substance to increase muscle mass strength here replaced with bodybuilding using toxic medicine. Let's take section G. It's about calisthenics reduced to weight training. There's no reference to multidisciplinary approach, so let's leave it, as you need to leave one section as there are 7 questions for 8 sections. So let's take section H. So this is the only remaining information. So this should definitely be matched with section H. So this is the answer. Finally, you need to transfer your answers into the answer sheet. That's the correct letter against the relevant number. Now let's move on to the second assessment. It's a close passage asking you to complete the summary. Now you find it easy to spot the correct word or two as you are familiar with the text by now. And the other reason is questions come in order so that you need not to roam around all the sections. And apart from that, you can easily spot the answer by the synonyms used to match the area where the answer is. This is the closed passage, but it's vital to improve your knowledge of synonyms to answer this question. You can learn them from thesaurus.com. In addition, extra reading would help you to be familiar with synonyms. Let's take question number 36. The first phrase helps you spot the location easily. It's section F. While skimming from the beginning, you will find the phrase huge muscles. Then scan that specific area and again read the question and identify synonyms. You see the phrase physical beauty matching with attractive looking body. Then you find functional strength combined with physical beauty. Similar to the information in the question, functional strength or having an attractive looking body. So the answer is functional strength. Let's look at question 37. It's about the first people who took up bodybuilding. As you know, the questions come in order. Just go through the rest of the section to see if the phrase is there. Yes, bodybuilding icons is there. Then scan the area to find the answer. For impressive size of their muscles, you find a synonym, imposing physiques, in the paragraph. Then the phrase called as mass monsters is there. So the answer goes with known as mass monsters. Question 38 refers to women and children. So it is in section G. Then hunt the keywords and stop at that place and then scan for the answer. The word recuperating is a synonym for recovering. It gives you a clue that the answer is close by. Yes, it's injuries. Question 39 talks about losing, downgrading, and progressing. So you can find the synonyms discarded, reduced, and graduate. So stop at that spot and scan carefully to grab the correct word or phrase. You will find weight training as the answer. This is the last question, so it should be in the last section as questions come in order. So go straight to section H and hunt for some academic words: excessive, physique, and weak. You will find the exact synonyms extreme, body, and poor in the information. So you can easily spot cardiovascular health after them. Well, you're done. Hope you have come up to a successful standard in your reading task. Now do practice all three sections together, following the strategies I mentioned in this video and my previous two videos. Links are in the description box. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share my videos as it helps my channel grow. Good luck at your exam. Bye-bye.